You're listening to Mom of Karoline Leavitt's nephew granted bond after ICE arrest, a news story written by Maria Sacchetti and read by Chris, an AI-generated voice. A U.S. immigration judge on Monday ordered the release of a Brazilian woman with family ties to White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt from a detention center in Louisiana, setting her free on a $1,500 bond as she continues to fight her potential deportation. The release of Bruna Ferreira, 33, who shares custody of an 11-year-old son with her former fiancé, Leavitt's brother Michael, comes after immigration officers arrested her in Massachusetts on November 12th while she was on her way to pick up her son from school and sent her to the South Louisiana ICE Processing Center. Immigration Judge Cynthia Goodman ordered Ferreira to be set free on the lowest dollar bond possible, Ferreira's lawyer said. One of those lawyers, Jason Thomas, told Goodman that the U.S. government's characterization of Ferreira, whom the Trump administration described last week as a criminal illegal alien with a previous arrest for battery, is both unfair and untrue. The White House also said in a statement that Ferreira had not spoken to Karoline Leavitt in years, and that Ferreira had never lived with her son. Trump administration officials have not responded to requests for supporting documentation for the accusations about Ferreira. Lucas Vega, a lawyer representing the Department of Homeland Security, did not object to the judge releasing her from Immigration and Customs Enforcement detention. Although the Trump administration has sought to limit bond for undocumented immigrants, Vega said he agreed with Ferreira's lawyers that she is not a danger to society or a flight risk and should be released. A longtime Massachusetts resident, Ferreira has no criminal convictions according to public records. She shares custody of her son, putting her in frequent contact with the Leavitt family, her attorney said. In a recent interview with the Washington Post, Ferreira said she had chosen Karoline Leavitt to be the child's godmother. She arrived in the United States when she was 6 years old and has tried repeatedly to obtain legal residency, her lawyer said. In the past, she has been granted work permits and reprieves from deportation under an Obama-era program called Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, they said.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into our second reporting of the day. Sri Tanadar has filed articles of impeachment against Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. Let's get into it. Before we begin, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and enjoy.
House Democrat announces articles of impeachment against Hegseth by Ryan Mancini. Representative Shri Thaindar, Democrat from Michigan, on Thursday announced that he would file articles of impeachment against Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, who is at the center of two scandals at the Defense Department. This secretary has to go, Thaindar told Fox News host Josh Breslow. He is incompetent. He is, violated. He has committed war crimes. He must go. He added, and if Republicans are willing to look at this for the merit of this case, and not just their loyalty to President Trump, this can be done. Thaindar pointed to Hegseth's use of the encrypted messaging app Signal with other administration officials to discuss a pending strike on Houthi targets in Yemen as one reason to oust the defense chief. A report from the Pentagon's Inspector General, released publicly on Thursday, found that Hegseth put the lives of U.S. troops at risk and violated department policy through the use of the app. The Atlantic's editor Jeffrey Goldberg was included in the Signal chat, along with Hegseth, Vice President Vance, and Secretary of State Marco Rubio. The Office of Inspector General OIG argued in its report that if detailed strike plans were intercepted, the lives of U.S. troops would have been endangered. The Michigan Democrat also cited reporting that Hegseth ordered military leaders to kill everybody in a September 2nd strike on an alleged drug smuggling boat in the Caribbean. The commanding officer, Admiral Frank Bradley, carried out the second strike in compliance with the secretary's order, even after two people were seen clinging to the boat's wreckage. Thaindar said both controversies show the need for accountability from both parties, using the discharge petition to force a vote on a bill to release all of the files in convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein's case as an example of bipartisan support. President Trump later signed the legislation into law. If Republicans are willing to look at this for the merit of this case and not just their loyalty to President Trump, this can be done, the Michigan Democrat said. Republicans need to look at this as laws that have been broken, war crimes have been committed, and Hegseth, the secretary, is refusing to show up. After the White House confirmed the September 2nd directive, Hegseth said he learned about the second strike hours later after having left for another meeting. A U.S. official previously told The Hill that the incident saw 4 strikes carried out, 2 to kill everyone on board and 2 to sink the vessel. Hegseth and the White House have largely defended their moves in the Caribbean as tensions escalate between the U.S. and Venezuela. Thaindar joins other lawmakers and critics of the administration, including Senator Chris Van Hollen, Democrat from Maryland, and former Defense Secretary Leon Panetta, in accusing Hegseth of committing a war crime.
Ladies and gentlemen, Senator had also introduced articles of impeachment against Trump in April. He called for Trump's impeachment over several actions, including the deportation of Kilmer Arbico Garcia and the Department of Government Efficiency cutting funds without the approval of Congress. Democrats did not back the motion and joined Republicans in tabling Senator's articles. While at a rally in Michigan to celebrate his 100 days back in office, Trump called Senator a lunatic. This quote from Trump, quote, "What the hell did I do?" Unquote, Trump asked the audience. Quote, "Here we go again." Unquote. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this legal breaking reporting and video analysis update. If you did enjoy this legal breaking reporting video analysis update, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and enjoy. And I will see you guys in my next legal breaking reporting video analysis update.